Hey Kazmaz, here we are going over another math strategy that we've learned, and this time we're going to talk about division. Our entire class learned the partial quotients division strategy for dividing, so you can tell your adults at home that we're not doing long division, we're doing partial quotients. I'm not trying to be rude, but I just want to make sure that we're practicing what we've learned so that later on down the line you have a better understanding when you do get to long division in 5th grade. All right, so we'll start with this problem, 456 divided by 2. Now we've talked about how 4th graders really are only just learning how to do multi-digit division. So we use manipulatives and drawings to help us out. So I'm going to be using drawings. I'm going to draw some pictures on here to help us. But the first thing I want to do is set up our problem. So we're going to draw that house with the curtain. We're going to put 456 on the inside because that's our dividend. And then we'll put 2 on the outside. That's the divisor. That's the one who's doing the dividing. And I'm just going to go ahead and erase this for me so that I have some more space up here. So if we're thinking about base 10 blocks, and I know that we've gotten a little bit confused because we've been using base 10 blocks in different ways recently, and we started talking about them as fractions, but we're going to go back to what we know about base 10 blocks in terms of whole numbers, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and draw my 456 in base 10 blocks up here. So that would be 4 big flats, 5 of those longs, those sticks, and 6 cubes. 456. And in our problem, we are dividing this into 2 groups. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 circles to represent my 2 groups. Okay. So when we're using partial quotients division, I always like to start with the greatest place value. And in this case, that would be the hundreds place. So I'm going to look and say, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 hundreds, and I want to split them into 2 groups. So how many hundreds could I put in each group? I know 4 divided by 2 is 2. So that tells me I can put 2 hundreds in each group. So I'm going to go ahead and draw them inside my circles. Okay, I just used these 2 so I can cross them off. And these 2 so I can cross them off. All right, now how many did I just put in each group? I put 2 hundreds in each group. So I'm going to write that outside my curtain, 200 times 2 groups. 200 times 2. I know 2 times 2 is 4, and then I'm going to tack on my 2 zeros. So here's my 2 zeros, 4. My next step is to figure out what I have left. So I'll go ahead and subtract. I have 56 left, and that matches my picture. I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 56 left. So now I'm going to think about my tens. If I have 5 tens, how many could I put into each group? And it may be that I'm not going to use all my tens right now. That's okay. I know that 2 times 1 is 2. I could definitely put 1 in each group. I know 2 times 2 is 4. I could definitely put 2 in each group. 2 times 3 is 6. Do I have 6 tens here? No, I don't have enough for that. So I'm going to do 2 in each group. So 2 tens in this group, 2 tens in this group. I just used these 2 and these 2. Cross them off. All right, now I'm going to go back to my curtain. How many tens did I just put in each group? That's right, I put 2 tens. 2 tens is worth 20 times 2 groups. So I just used 2 times 2 is 4, tack on a 0. I used 40. Now I need to see what I have left. 6 minus 0 is 6. 5 minus 4 is 1. And I have 0. So I have 16 left, which luckily matches my picture, 10 and then 6 more. Now here's where things get a little bit more complicated, but it's not impossible. I have one 10 left, but I can't put one 10 in each group, so I'm going to have to do some regrouping. I'm going to cross off this 10 and draw 10 ones. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 here and 6 here, which makes 16. And look, on my curtain, it shows I have 16 left. Okay, I'm splitting 16 into 2 groups. So 16 divided by 2. Think about your multiplication facts. I know that 16 divided by 2 is 8. So I can put 8 in each group. Okay, so I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in one group. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in another group. Awesome. So now I'm going to go back to my curtain. I just put 8 in each group, so 8 times 2 is 16. Figure out what I have left. 0, which matches my picture because I've used up all of my base 10 blocks. Now the last step is to figure out your quotient. So we're gonna go outside the curtain and circle the parts and then add them up. 200 plus 20 plus 8 would be 228. So I'm going to go ahead and put my quotient back on top of the house. And if you look at the picture, I have 228 in each group. So I hope this is helpful. We have learned how to divide up to 4 digits divided by 1 digit. We haven't done any 2-digit divisors, so you don't need to worry about that, but it would be a good idea to keep practicing, and if you have any questions, drop some comments in the box below the videos or send out an email and I'll be happy to help. See you later. Bye.